Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking the absolute best, top-tier expert advice out there and, well, synthesizing it all into a single, cohesive playbook for digital storytelling and audience growth. Seriously, if you're looking to build a sustainable, highly engaged audience, you've landed in the exact right spot. We've pulled together some incredible insights from all across the creator economy to map out precisely how to build a digital empire. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so let's dive into the ultimate question, which actually propels us right into the crucial first step of the creator lifecycle. Why do some creators build these massive, bingeable empires that totally dominate their space, while others, well, they just burn out and fade into obscurity in a matter of months? You know, it almost always comes down to how they approach the very foundation of their channel. Which brings us to Section 1, the Great Niche Debate.
So here's the fundamental tension every single creator faces right out of the gate. Do you really need a strict niche? You gotta ask yourself, are you building this channel purely to satisfy the algorithm, or are you building it for your own sanity and passion? For years, the undisputed golden rule was just niche down. But modern creators, they're starting to challenge this. They're realizing that strict niches might actually be a trap.
We essentially have two totally distinct paths here. On the one hand, you have the algorithm-friendly niche. It's rigid, it's highly searchable, and heavily focused on a single strict topic. But on the other side, we have what creator Ben Aqua calls the personality niche. This is where you don't box yourself in. Instead, you're sharing your multi-passionate interests, like maybe you love technology, fashion, and photography, all under the umbrella of your own authentic vibe. And honestly, this is what prevents that dreaded creator burnout.
Now, if you do decide to choose that algorithm path, the experts over at vidIQ highly recommend making your value instantly obvious to new viewers with a crystal clear channel promise. Basically, you need to answer the viewer's immediate question. What do I actually get if I hit subscribe? You do this by filling in this exact formula. I help who get what result without what pain. So for example, I help busy beginners cook real meals without complicated recipes. Boom, it instantly signals your value.
But hey, if you want to avoid burning out from churning out repetitive content, you've got to remember this super powerful perspective from Ben Aqua. You are the niche. Your unique personality is what truly anchors your channel. Aqua argues that if you're a multidimensional human being, forcing yourself to talk about only one brand or one type of product, it's eventually going to make you absolutely miserable. When you make yourself the niche, your target audience simply becomes the people who resonate with your specific energy and your storytelling style, regardless of the actual topic.
Moving right along, let's jump into Section 2, hooking your audience.
Look, getting someone to click is really only half the battle. The absolutely crucial point here is this number, 30. You have exactly 30 seconds to get your viewers past that initial attention-grabbing hurdle. According to audience retention data from Endeavor Media, whatever your audience expected when they clicked your video, you have to address it immediately. Drop hints about the exciting things they're going to experience if they stick around, but hold off. Don't give away the ultimate reveal right at the start.
Actually, scratch that. Before they even watch those first 30 seconds, you have to hook them right in the search results. Video marketing experts emphasize that the first 125 characters of your YouTube description are often literally all a searcher sees before they decide to click. By integrating the exact keywords people are searching for and clearly stating a reliable upload schedule like, new videos every Wednesday, you can turn a casual scroller into a dedicated subscriber.
All right, let's head into Section 3, the art of storytelling.
This is the real secret weapon for audience retention, magnetic storytelling. And no, you absolutely do not need wild cinematic adventures to pull this off. Take this children's book called Bedhead as proof. It shows that even a mundane bad hair day can be a thrilling micro-narrative. Copywriter Sarah from Between the Lines highlights this perfectly. The plot of Bedhead is literally just a kid waking up with messy hair and putting on a hat for picture day. That's the whole shebang. No dragons, no massive plot twists. Yet, because of exactly how the story is told, kids hang on to every single word. It completely proves you can turn anything into a story worth consuming.
So how do we do that? Well, there are 6 specific techniques you can use to turn anything into an engaging story. First up, emphasis and tone. Use this to guide exactly how people read or hear your words. Second, exaggeration. Don't be afraid to crank up the drama on mundane situations. Third is vivid specificity, which we're going to look at in just a second. Fourth, have a distinct voice. You want to sound like a real human, not a robot. Fifth, pacing that slowly builds to a really satisfying payoff. And finally, illustration and text synergy, making sure your visuals and your words work together so your punchlines hit incredibly hard. Okay,
Let's talk about that vivid specificity. Instead of vaguely just saying, "Oh, I was tired," you inject vivid specificity into your script to paint a precise, sensory picture. It grabs attention like crazy. Swapping out vague phrases for ultra-specific details makes a massive difference. For instance, saying, "I'd refilled my bean water twice and yapped my ass off for 14 hours" creates a highly visual, totally relatable, and frankly, much more entertaining experience than simply saying, "I had a long day of meetings."
Now, to see if your storytelling is actually working, you've got to look under the hood and analyze the raw data in your retention metrics. And Devo Media points out that this data is just a goldmine. Look for continuous viewing during your top moments. That tells you exactly when your storytelling had the audience completely locked in. Check out the spikes. Those show you exactly what viewers found valuable enough to rewind and rewatch. And those dips? Yeah, those are your low valleys. Those are the exact moments where your story dragged and caused people to jump ship.
That brings us to Section 4, Psychology of Binge Watching.
Because if you master that storytelling and retention, you unlock the absolute holy grail of engagement, the binge watch. To really understand the psychology behind why we consume content consecutively, we can actually turn to some academic research. A fascinating study published in the International Journal of Indian Psychology looked at the underlying motivations of binge watching among young adults. They used the uses and gratifications theory to answer one big question. What personal goals are viewers trying to achieve when they smash that next episode button over and over again?
Well, the data translates into 4 distinct viewer motivations. It turns out people aren't just binge watching to waste time. They're seeking specific things. If you want to build a social audience, create content that sparks shared enjoyment and bonding. If you want to tap into emotional enhancement, give them deep storytelling that provides a thrill or catharsis. Viewers looking for enrichment want intellectual and educational growth, so hit them with deep dives. But just a quick warning, be aware of the coping and escapism motivation. While it provides a distraction and is highly engaging, the research notes it can actually lead to potential dependency. It's a powerful tool, so use it responsibly.
And finally, we arrive at Section 5, Scaling and Monetizing.
Let's talk about turning these highly engaged, binge-watching audiences into a real, sustainable business. But first, the golden rule. Every single channel you build must independently cross a critical threshold to enter the YouTube Partner Program. There are absolutely no shortcuts here, folks. Teach.io's comprehensive guide reminds us that whether you are running one channel or 10, each individual channel has to accumulate at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to qualify for monetization.
But here is where the magic happens. Once you hit those numbers, you can legally duplicate your success across multiple niches using multi-channel scaling strategies. You can route all that revenue, from ads and affiliate links, into one central AdSense account. You literally don't need a separate bank infrastructure for every single passion project. You could run a tech channel, a cooking channel, and a gaming channel, and funnel all of it into one place. From there, you integrate affiliate marketing natively into your videos, encourage super chats during your live streams, and eventually, you can even hire a team to handle the diverse niches, so you can focus 100% on being the creative engine. Talk about a real game changer.
So there you have it. You now possess the complete playbook. You understand the incredible power of your unique personality, the strict mechanics of that 30-second hook, the deep psychology driving the binge watch, and the architecture you need to scale and monetize it all. The tools are right there in your hands. So tell me, what story will you monetize next? Are you going to keep playing it safe by the algorithm's rules, or are you ready to build an empire on your own terms? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.